those of you, I'm sure whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, your iman is going to be very important, and that's going to drive you, and it's going to open opportunities. And if you don't believe, I suggest you go back and open up the Quran and read, because there's no question in my mind that that's going to make a difference between a successful person or not. You might think you are successful today, but please do not forget you are here for a purpose. Kita ni khalifah Allah dalam bumi, and we have a very heavy responsibility to carry. And as long as we carry and we discharge our responsibilities carefully with iman and respect. Iman is a very big word. It's not just big iman, you believe in God, but in prescribing and practicing what God in terms of humility, sincerity, and so on. So whatever your faith, whether you are Muslim, or in other religion, I'm sure they also advocate the same thing. And I hope that you have all the iman in the world to guide you and to, make sure that you will be a much better person. The last thing that I would like to remind ourselves too, and I say this all the time when I meet students, there are two institutions that's very important as you go to your career. Apart from UTP, apart from career companies. Number one, the institution of family, which is your parents. Your father and your mother, who I hope all of them are still alive with you. Hope, and I like to remind all of you, that do not a day pass that you tell them that how thankful you are for all the things they have done to you, and to make sure that always pray for your success. Because I really believe, good prayers from parents, that open a lot of risky and opportunities. Do not let them suffer. Do not make them heartache, which I'm sure all of us do, even me in my younger days. I used to make my parents, agonize, antagonize about some decisions I make. But as we go along, tend to realize that the institution of family, particularly parents, is going to be very important. And you need to have a balance. I'm sure all of you are going to be busy, but do not forget, once in a while, please do call your parents. Say thank you to them, say how much you love them, and all the nice things that parents would like to hear. I can tell you, with all their dua, and I'm sure their prayer, you'll be even much better person. The second institution that's very important as you go along, I'm sure maybe some of you have, obviously you need to have a very strong woman behind you, which is your wife. Or if you are male, a husband and a family. Because a balanced life is very important. There are times when I was in Proton, when times are bad, I almost give up. And I'm sure people in the company have already heard, and I almost throw in the towel because it's getting too complex and too stressful. But it never beats coming home to go to a family and that feel that you are welcome, to have a wife that's supporting you, and to have children that looks up to you. And to be balanced, I think that's very important. You need to have a very balanced life. So I hope, friends, potential graduates that will go out there. This is my simple way, not very complicated and very scientific, to share with you some of my own personal experience. I'm not sure whether it's going to do you any good, but I hope it will suffice, at least for the short term, to prepare you the journey that you have going ahead. And it's going to be a rough road, surely, but as long as you persevere, you have the patience, and you are very determined to be successful, I'm sure each and every one of you will be successful. As I've seen when I walk into the campus, there are pictures of alumni. Perhaps there'll be a lot more alumni that'll be hanging on the pillars of UTP, not only working in domestic, but also working with overseas company. And one day, when you are up there, please do come back and contribute to this Institute of Higher Learning that have taught you with all the basic. Do not forget where your roots are. And that's why today I'm quite active in contributing to my alma mater. It's also a part of my school, Penang Free School in Penang, and I would go back and contribute to the Old Frees. I'll go back and contribute to the Student Association in any way I can, and back to your hometown. I'm from Kelantan, so I spend a lot of time giving talks to people, students. We have adopted a few schools in Kelantan, and it's about giving back to the community. So as far as you go, as high as you will be, do not forget where you are. Do not forget where you came from. And this nice, beautiful campus is the one that's going to make the difference between you. And you have to always thank your lecturers, your staff, and Dato Rector sendiri, who has spent a lot of time in guiding you to what you are today. So as long as you remain humble and remain focused, I'm sure each and every one of you will be successful in life. So, bagi Dato and ladies and gentlemen, I think it's almost 4 and I'm past my time. I hope, the experience that I've shared with you, goes, a long way in helping you. I've discussed in great length with my wife, yesterday, what exactly should I be talking today? I can tell you from, books of many, well-known, writers, but some of them is not real. So I thought I must share, my personal experience, sometimes a bit more embarrassing, but I think it's as real as you can get. And hopefully one day some of you will take to the same journey, but at least you will be able to see and learn that the reality out there sometimes is far from what we expect. But I have confidence that all of you will be successful. And again, please accept my apologies if there's any shortcoming or inadequacy in my talk. And what's good only comes from Allah, and what's wrong comes from my own little mistake. And I would like to take this opportunity again to thank Bapak Dato and the organizing committee to invite me and my team to come here in this beautiful campus. I must say it's very nice. And it's good, to come here for the first time. And I hope this is going to be the end. It will be a start of a much more strategic collaboration and cooperation between both UTP and Petronas, and Proton, as we have a lot of common things to work on, from what I was briefed today. To the organizing committee and the secretariat and Sheikh Muhammad Faris, I laud you and congratulate you for your effort. I think you've done well, balancing your act as a student and organizing an event like this. And I hope you continue the spirit, and the opportunity, even, if you go beyond UTP, and, be involved in this kind of activities, and it will really build up character. And to the undergrads who are about to go out there, I wish you the best of success. And if some of you do choose Proton, and we hope you do, I hope to see you in the company, because we are also embarking on a very massive globalization program. And I would like you to be part of this journey, because it's not many companies in Malaysia can offer you this exciting opportunity, both in terms of technology, management, and so on. I'm a civil engineer. I know nothing about cars, and now today I don't practice about building at all. And now I'm in the management. So everybody will take a different route in life. And you must find your own niche. And more importantly, you must like what you do. You cannot be forced, because you have to wake up every morning, pull up that very heavy blanket and still smile and go to the office and come back home at 6 o'clock and still smile. And that you have to do day in and day out. And sometimes it's not very easy if you don't like what you do. But if you do like, no matter what comes ahead, life will be much simple. So with that, dengan lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby officiate the Technology, Education and Career Exhibition 2010. Sekian wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.